All right, for number 3, what is the domain for this secant function? Now, I hope when you see the secant function, something flashes in your head that's like, oh, I know what this kind of graph looks like. You have something like this, right? So you have all these asymptotes and stuff. So when we ask for the domain for this secant function, it's essentially asking for the location of the asymptotes. And this makes your sketching even more important. Okay, when I was doing this, I was like, okay, I need to sketch it out. I need to sketch it out. If not, I just have a hard time seeing it myself. And again, I want to bring you the good news. The good news is that all these secant graph, cosecant graph, tangent graph, and cotangent graph, after tomorrow, you can wave them goodbye, at least for a good long time. Okay, not again in this semester, unless you are taking of course, the final exam. But I assume that most of you would not, okay, if not all of you. Okay, I don't want to see you on the final exam date to take the exam. I want to see you, but not taking the exam. So just like what we did in the past, we say, all right, so domain. I'm going to rewrite this as the cosine function. I'm going to do a quick sketch. Okay, I know my midline, it's 1. My amplitude is 25. Okay. And then I'm shifting so pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi. So I'm shifting to the right, pi over 2 units. My period, it's still 2 pi. So 5 pi over 2. So I would have the highest point right here, the highest point right here, the lowest point right here. All right, so I'm going to draw my cosine graph. Just making sure that everything is correct. Amplitude is 25. My period it's 2 pi. Shift it up 1 unit. Shift it to the right pi over 2 units. Seems like everything is correct. And then I can now try to make the graph on the other side of the graph. So now I can do my asymptotes. I can try to do my asymptotes. And again, if you know what secant graphs look like, and if we're asking for a domain, we are essentially asking for the location of the asymptotes. So we say, well, you can see the asymptotes is repeating. Well, the first one it's at 0, and it's repeating itself every pi unit. So that means your domain is everything but k pi. Now, I would welcome you to write something like this. I know the answer key will include this. That simply means k is an element of z, meaning the integers. Okay, so the domain is everything but k pi, where k it's the integers. So you have to sketch them. Okay, you gotta seize every single moment to sketch them. And should you sketch the whole thing? Well, that depends. All right, so number 4, what's the range? Again, asking for the y value.